5 reasons that your clients hide their injury problems from you. Hey, I'm Sarah from Most Motion, and I'm here with another Mobility Matters episode for every sports and fitness coach who is trying to get the best results they possibly can for their clients. So, why is your clients hiding their injury problems from you a big problem? Well, there's 3 big points, really. Firstly, you could hurt them inadvertently. So if they don't tell you about it, you could put them in positions that might hurt them further. The second is they get in the way of your clients getting the results they want and need from your sessions. And the third thing is that if nobody's dealing with it, it's not getting any better. And in fact, it's just going to get worse. So what are the reasons your clients don't tell you about their issues? Well, firstly, they might not even know the signs to look for. And that's generally because the industry is focused on pain. We don't look for problems until pain arrives. And that means they already had that problem for ages before it became painful. And if they don't know the non-painful signs to look for, then they're not going to tell you about them before this pain happens. The second thing is that they might not want to admit that they have a problem. And this comes from something that Brené Brown in her book, Rising Strong, calls fear of high centering. And fear of high centering basically means that if they think that if they tell you about it or they admit they have this problem, they're going to get stuck not being able to do anything except look at this problem. So they're going to have to spend time dealing with it. They're going to have to spend money dealing with it. And they're not going to be able to train while they do it. These are all the fears they have around that issue. So they think that if they don't admit they have a problem, they won't have to deal with it, which obviously is not the case because eventually they will have to. The third thing is that they might feel pressure from event or race deadlines or even from their peers. So if they are, it depends on how old they are, what kind of people that you have in your group, but personality types, age traits, things like that can really impact your clients and their ability or their willingness to tell you about problems. Some people just don't want to draw attention to themselves in a group. Some people feel like they're being a burden if they tell you about issues. Other people, young children, for example, will just feel self-conscious if they have to tell you about something that's happening inside their bodies. So they might not tell you about that for those reasons. The fourth thing is that they think it appeared out of the blue. If the pain just happened all of a sudden, like they woke up one morning with this pain, they do feel like it will go away on its own. So they don't say anything because, well, if it happened, if it just appeared, well, it'll go away. There's no need to worry about it. So these are things that are going through your client's head. This is the stories they are telling themselves that they believe about these issues. And because they're having this conversation in their heads, they're not giving you the information you need to be able to help them properly. So if we understand what this conversation is, then we can start to help them a bit better. So the last thing that, the last reason that I'm going to talk about today is that they don't want to waste training time dealing with it. And this is a huge issue for fitness clients. They really hate the idea of not training. Let's face it, most of them don't even like taking a rest day. So the fact that they want to tell you about an injury problem that potentially could stop them training for ages, they just wouldn't say anything and they will try and train around it, try and train through it, things like that. And that's not helping them or you because you can't deliver the results they want. Nobody's dealing with this issue and eventually they're just going to get worse. So what can you do about it? Well, the first thing you can do about it is totally respect the fact that they cannot tell you about it or they are unwilling to tell you about it. We need to respect their privacy. We need to respect the fact that they either don't know about it in the first place or they're not willing to tell you about it. Prying into their background and pushing them to tell you about stuff that is personal to them and they might feel ashamed about, they might feel insecure about, is really not a good way to connect with your clients. We need to find better, less verbal ways of noticing when there's problems with our clients. And we can do that through a strategy that I call eyes, ears, ask, give. So we focus on our eyes and what we can see and what our clients' bodies are telling us about how the problems that they're struggling with. And there's 4 vital questions that you need to ask yourself at the beginning of every session. But if I went through this strategy and these questions right now, it would take me ages. Don't have time on this very short video. And I don't want to skip over it either. I want to give you that information that you can digest in your own time, which is why I put it in my book. The Coach's Guide to Long-Term Injury Prevention Success is absolutely free. We'll go through this strategy. We'll go through these questions that you need to ask so that you can get the information you need to get the results your clients want so that you can look amazing. So click the link in the description, grab the book, and obviously don't forget to tell me about the results that you're getting from it, things that you're thinking about now you understand these questions and this strategy as well. Always love to hear from you. If you want to join in with a community of like-minded coaches, you can come and join us at smartfolks.com. That's smartfolks.com. We're over in Facebook, and we are always talking about things like this. So come on over and join us. Grab that book in the link in the description, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.